All right, this is Wednesday, week 8. Number 1, my brother Michael, who goes to Upland State University, wants to be a veterinarian. So the first thing that kind of sticks out to me is my brother Michael, and he wants to be a veterinarian. I should say he wants to be a veterinarian. So what do we do with this? Who goes to Upland State University? That's actually an adjective clause further describing Michael. So we just want to put commas around it. Kind of lets us know it's in the middle of the sentence, and that we could take it out if we wanted to. So Upland State University, the whole thing, anytime you have like a college, the whole thing is going to be capitalized, every bit and piece of that college name. So my brother Michael, comma, who goes to Upland State University, comma, wants to be a veterinarian. Now, if you notice, there's no red line on veterinarian. That means it's actually spelled correctly there, so you didn't have to correct the spelling of veterinarian. Number 2, the Battle of the Alamo began on February 23rd, 1836 in San Antonio, Texas. So what we want to do there is we want to capitalize the Battle of the Alamo. Anytime you have a famous battle, you capitalize the big pieces of it. Of and the, you don't need to capitalize, but Battle and Alamo, definitely. It began on February 23rd. We want to go ahead and capitalize February, put a comma after 23. 1836, you'd go ahead and put a comma after the year because it's not at the end of the sentence. And then that was in San Antonio, so we want to capitalize San Antonio because it's a city. Comma in between city and state. And then Texas gets capitalized also. So really with number 2 is just a lot of capitalizations and commas that you had to be aware of. Number 3, circle the direct object and underline the indirect object in this sentence. And for this sentence we have the principal handed a prize to Libby at the honor ceremony. So subject, principal, what did the principal do? The principal handed. Whom or what did the principal hand? That would have been prize. Okay, so prize is what we would want to draw the circle around. I'm going to try that real quick. Draw my little circle around prize. Okay, now what about indirect object? Well, remember our rules for indirect object. It has to be before the direct object. So if it was the principal handed Libby a prize at the honor ceremony, then Libby could actually be the indirect object. But in this case, Libby's outside of that direct object, part of a prepositional phrase to Libby, so we're not going to count her as an indirect object there. So that does not have an indirect object. Finally, 4 and 5, we're just making plurals out of that. We start with hero. Whenever you end in S, you want to add ES to make it plural. So heroes should have the plural, and then hopefully you know the rule with F, you change that to V and add ES to make calves. And that is all for Wednesday, week 8.